Alright, this is going to be a bit of an interesting video. I don't even know if this will survive for very long, or if it will go up at all. But, I'm going to give my thoughts and breakdown of the, new Persona 3 Reload, the OP movie. Just because I really love Persona 3, and obviously I'm getting Reload. I will be playing the fuck out of it when I can around university. And I just thought, why not break it down, point out things I love, look my thoughts on it. I'm going to mute the song for obvious reasons, and I'm putting a filter over the whole screen just for, you know, extra precaution. That's what I'm saying. If this video gets taken down, it gets taken down. Whatever. But anyway, let's go and, I say that, I'm watching this on YouTube, and there are thousands of re-uploads of it. So, odds are it'll be fine. But either way, let's get into this. And, I'll pause here and there to give my thoughts on different scenes and such. This is gonna be a really scuffed video. I don't normally do this type of thing, but hey, fuck it. Let's just go. Right. You gotta love the roof. The roof. If you know, you know. Is this the roof? This isn't the roof. No. What the fuck am I on about? Also, this scene I love here, right? You got this pan down. There's music playing. Burn My Dread. The fact that starts, that's such a cute little tease. I love that. Switching into Want to Be Close as well. I fucking love this track. They're both so good, obviously. And then we get the new song. Full Moon, Full Life, which is what the new opening song is called, replacing Burn My Dread as the intro. Overall, I do think this is a decent song. It has very much the feel of Burn My Dread. If you listen to them both, you'll hear what I mean. They have very similar sounds. And I think that's intentional. I imagine it's trying to emulate the sound and feel of the original Persona 3 soundtrack, specifically Burn My Dread. Yeah. I do quite like the new soundtrack. I know there's people that don't, but it's grown on me. I quite like it. But yeah, let's carry on. And then we cheat a little bit. And you see this walking scene here. This isn't really anything. It's Makoto looking cool. You know, I call him Makoto. I don't care what you call him. That's what I call him. As he walks into the city. This shot here of these two people talking is, I'm pretty sure, just completely meaningless. Like, I don't think this amounts to anything. It's just there. It just looks cool. Then we get this pan of the city, this flip, and boom, back. And then we have this girl jumping from the ceiling. Roof of a building. A lot of people are saying this is FemC. No, it's not. She doesn't even look like FemC. Like, what are you gaggling? And we get the pan in the dark hour of her becoming a coffin. Next we get Yukari here. Lovely. In her room. Very reminiscent of the scene in the original intro that we get of her. But isn't the opening, not the intro, is it with Burn My Dread? It's been a while since I've watched the original, like, since I've played P3, but you know what I'm on about, where Yukai's in a room with the revoker, putting it to her head. It's very reminiscent of this. She's putting on lipstick in the sink, all smiley, and then when we get the pan down, she's all sad. Isn't that interesting? It's almost like she's sad on the inside, but doesn't project it too much. Well, yeah. Then we get Junpei. I really love the transition in this scene, from here to the dark hour, and that blood there, I wonder who that could be an allusion to. That's one thing, spoilers, by the way, for P3. We don't, oh, fuck, what are they called? You know, Takaya's lot. Takaya, Jin, and Chidori. They've got a name. I can't remember what they call themselves. Fuck. But you know who they are. Yeah, we don't see them in this, but that's fair. I don't think they were shown in the original P3 opening movie. I can't remember. Then we get Mitsuru on a bike. Which is a cool shot as she rides around. This scene here, this one's nuts. This one hits. So you got Akihiko sat across from Shinji. Then it pans to Shinji sat across from Ken. Ken sat across from Akihiko. And then we pan into the dark hour. Oh my god. That scene is beautiful. Now, it doesn't really tell you a whole lot, but it very clearly tells you that those three characters are very closely connected. Right? I love it. And the transition to the dark hour is really nice. We see Tartarus in the background here. Lovely little sequence. I very much like that. Yeah, Tartarus. And these shots of everyone pulling the revokers. It's so cool. It's just there's loads of style. It's got its own unique style. It's not trying to rip off rip off Persona 5. Fuck me, I shouldn't have said that. It's not trying to emulate Persona 5. It's got its own feel. It's all great. And we get, all the shots of them summoning themselves. Everyone's summoning themselves. I mean, yeah. Summoning their personas. The one with Fuka is very funny. It's pop memes, trust nobody, not even yourself. I do quite like the memes. It's a cool effect, though. Summoning her persona. And we get this shot here of Koromaru. Look at him. Being the good little boy. Waiting at the shrine. Aigis on the roof. Why is Aigis on the roof? I wonder, for what reason could I be... Now, I'm going to give you some speculation at the end of this, actually. Now, we know that the answer isn't in the game. Also, hi, Pharos. We know that the answer isn't in the game. At the very least, it's not in the base game. You catch my drift. But Aigis' social link is. Even though that wasn't in base P3. I think that's been confirmed. I'm pretty sure that's been confirmed. Yeah, we get Pharos. We get the observation room for the seas. Thanatos in the moon. This is a really edgy shot, and it's really cool. The moon bleeding. Thanatos being, eclipsed by the moon changing. It bleeding. And then we see in the blood puddle, in the reflection of the puddle of blood. God, that's so good. That's so good. The imagery there is fantastic. What that implies. Obviously, if you know, you know. If you don't, oh. I love that shot. That shot there is fucking incredible. Aigis. Now, initially, he's Aigis on the bridge, right? You're like, if you know the game, you know that this is probably likely, you'd think, where Aigis sealed the death arcana within Makoto. But Nick's avatar specific. Nick's avatar. Is it Nick's avatar? You know what I'm on about. Within Makoto Yuki. But I don't think it is. It's definitely reminiscent of that, but there's an interesting little snippet here that comes from this. This here, Aigis sat in the middle of a ring of the Arcana with a fool at its center. Obviously, the fool here is is meant to represent the main character because this is, where she seals death into the main character, right? That's what this is implying. That's literally what this implies. But there's been something, I saw some people said out online, I guess you're supposed to have that card yet. Being, the fool, the wild card. And the next scene that we get of Aigis in her little room with the glowing blue heart. I can't remember what that's called. But now this could just be in reference to, around when you meet her in the story. Or it could be, what I suspect, is in reference to the end of her social link. The end of the Aeon social link. Where, main character touches Aigis' little core thingy, imprinting his DNA on her, and that's the explanation for why she gets the wild card in the answer. It's a crackpot, theory, but answer DLC, or at the very least, if we get a Persona 3 reloaded Golden Royal FES variant, odds are we'll get the answer with that if they don't release it as just DLC, because it could just release as DLC. Kind of in the same way that P5 Tactica's DLC is its own separate story, because you could have the answer be a separate story that's just locked out until you have a cleared save, until you have cleared save data. Yeah, I think this is kind of implicit that we'll get the answer as additional content later down the line. Then we get these lovely shots here. Hello, Yukari. Of all the characters being Slick, Fuka, Mitsuru. Although, one thing that's interesting is Akihiko doesn't get one. Neither does Ken. Neither does Koromaru. They just don't get their little, close-up shots of them walking past. Only Yukari, Junpei, Fuka, and Mitsuru get one, and then it's just the pan of the whole cast. So, Yukari, Junpei, Fuka, Mitsuru, and then you get the shot of everyone. Very nice shot. Even Shinji's there. Poor guy. But hey, at least Akihiko gets to be front and center, and then Makoto doing the Eminem thing, yeeting the player into the title card. Super, super cool. Super stylish. Absolutely love it. I'm really looking forward to P5 Reload. P5 Reload, Jesus Christ. P3 Reload. I'm so excited. And I love the opening movie, if you couldn't tell. The song's really good as well. I would have played it, but I don't want to risk too much. But yes, let me know your thoughts on the opening movie in the comments below. And with that out of the way, I've been Animosity, you've been you, and hope to see you next time for another video. And ta-ta. For now.